this flashback thing too. He didn't just. I mean, there's one thing, right? He has the. We really know that one of the swords can absorb elements. So maybe even if you can't like remove the poison, you can maybe absorb it, right, and set it outside or something, whatever. Right? So there's that option, and there could be many different kind of anti or absorption, or maybe the blade can turn into poisonous, whatever. How we can use the power, right? So these are probably options I feel there to save the father. But after I assume it's gonna be what's called Petit Clover. I'm gonna go back. I wanna pause and look at that black and white thing because it's interesting. He got kind of like a Lich flashback, or you kind of saw some of the elves, right? Yeah. So what's that about? Maybe he's gonna get like the memory of Lich or something when he fights Blade. Okay, save the preview. If you see the poison actually kind of flying now in a weird wave thing, so I guess he can do something. Then it's Lich backstory. Then his katana looks different again, yeah. It's no Petit Clover? Are you kidding me? No Petit Clover after they had this like we're gonna do this thing, we're gonna have a freaking, massively long recap, but no Petit Clover. Okay, whatever. I'm going back. I wanna pause here for the review part. I wanna pause the Mada. Yeah, he's doing the Mada thing. He's getting out the Lich blade, right? His took and so on. It's back in my book. Yeah, the whole. And Lich was like, he can have it now. He's Grimmy, yeah. Interesting enough, Lich was like, he was okay with it. Half awakened, Lich was like, yeah, you know what? It's fine. It's like, whatever. It's not my book anymore. That was interesting. He seemed to be fine with it. Okay, so he grabs the sword, and when he does that, a flashback starts. Okay, this is interesting, because there's a flashback here that is much more a demon. That looks, I'm guessing the big demon, not actually one of the elves, well, really kind of elves with 3 eyes. And it's kind of like a zombie fighting, because it actually has like, yeah. So this is interesting, actually. This is definitely interesting, the last minute here. This thing. It reminds me of what it called Abomination in World of Warcraft and so on. Yeah, it reminds me of like a zombie thing, right? Because you see the scars, and on the shoulder here seems to be like a much more dark to white, kind of like a different skin color. So that's what I'm thinking when I see this thing. Yeah, like it's a kind of like zombie demon elf than zombie elf more. A big. That's maybe why it's so big. Then they can build it. Maybe they build it by using all the elf body parts. Yeah, maybe, right? Like maybe it's like a, it's huge because they use so many elf bodies. It seems to be crying too. Not really crying, but it has like 2 white lines going from the eyes right down. So it looks like it's crying in a way. So it has definitely like a sad tone over it. But yeah, that's interesting. He's seeing like the true the demon elf zombie thing. Yeah, and then next scene is Lich. I mean, it feels like Lich probably summoned the big zombie thing, right? Because next scene instead there is Lich, and he's definitely holding, I guess, Titya. This is probably when she died, right? So this is probably him mourning and then probably summoning that thing. But I like the theory that massive demon thing is all the dead elves combined into this thing, and as it looks like a zombie, when she died here, he probably made all their body parts into that massive elf. Then that makes sense to me at least. So I do like that. And then it's like Langris. Maybe he's a traitor. Maybe he's a true traitor. Yeah. And then it's the king. Yeah, no, it's the king, right? No, yeah, it's the first king he sees it and he's scared. Yeah, okay, it's the first king. It has to be right. It's the king number 1. Yeah. Okay, he sees what he's doing and he's like, what? Yeah, okay, he sees what he's doing probably. And then he. Oh yeah, and then it's like a 5 claws. This is probably when Lich probably summoned the demon, right? The Asta has now then. That's why it's a 5 claw thing there. Yeah, because there's a 5 claw appearing too. So that's that thing here, yeah. So very, very foreshadowing this last minute here, last 10 seconds. And then it is more of the zombie elf. And then Lich looking angry. Yeah, okay, so Yeah, I think that pretty much summarizes it. It seems to me, which I think people had guessed earlier too, that that Lich is like, oh, you killed all my elves. Well, then I'm gonna like make them into this like zombie demon elf thing, and I'm gonna kill you all humans. Yeah, and then the king defeated that big thing instead. And the king, as I keep saying, I don't think the king actually killed any elves, but he probably killed the zombie elf, right? And that saved the human race from that big thing that Lich created. Um, and it makes sense, right? I heard a lot of theories generally that Lich was like he did it on purpose to use their souls to create things and so on. But I think it's more like he didn't do it on purpose. I mean, he didn't actually do the assassination attack. But when they were dying, he was like, well, I could use their bodies in rage to, so he probably, opportunistically created that thing in rage, right? For killing them. Which is a little weird though, because it doesn't feel like he has the power to do that. It's a little weird in Black Clover. It's like he has a sword book, but he could like summon a demon zombie thing by sacrificing all his friends. How does that work with swords? I don't know, but it seems to be more a deal with the devil, right? We see the 5 Clover thing. So all his friends died, right? His new wife died that was pregnant with his son and so on. She also died, and he got, he probably got insane, right? And like, I have to get revenge. Probably made a deal with the devil and made all the elves turn into this zombie thing, and then the first king would come and defeat it, right? That probably happened. I think that seems very likely from this part here, yeah. Well, I guess this is a review now then, more a theory video, I guess, from from watching it, but I guess that's what happened. That's how I guess, yeah. He sacrificed all the elves, not because of a plan, as I mentioned. I don't think he killed them on purpose, right? Some people have the theory, maybe he did, but I think it looks more like he's actually in rage, so someone else killed them, right? Like the traitor elf, I guess, from the opening. And then he was like, oh, screw all the humans, because he was blaming the humans, right? Even though it probably wasn't the humans that killed them, but whatever. He, wanted revenge, sacrificed all their dying bodies into this, massive zombie elf, right? I think those scars and so on, the tissue things, kind of give you that zombie feel, right? Did that thing, and then the first king defeated it, right? And he also seemed to actually have witnessed when Lich then created it. So, in that sense, though, it's a little weird that it's legendary that thing moved around and killed people, because kind of like, did it actually move that much? If the king saw it being summoned or created, or if he was fighting immediately. But whatever, he fought it probably, and then he saved the human race from the elf's retribution, and Licht's deal also probably created how the devil got into the world. That's probably why Asta has a devil thing as well, right? Something like that. Like he opened the portal to the death, the demons, something like that, probably, yeah. And for some reason, also had to probably abandon his book, maybe to Asta. But I keep liking the idea that Asta is Lich reincarnated, as everyone else has the reincarnated bodies, right? But because he's anti-magic, he can't become an elf. So they can't take over his body because he's just anti-magic. So they can't enter it. I do like that idea though, like the demon's anti-magic got his body instead. But that being said though, maybe the demon actually, or the devil, maybe the devil was behind killing all the elves. Because he was like, hey man, you want to have a deal with me? So, yeah, so I could actually see I definitely could see the devil himself, right, being behind. Maybe not murdering, he probably have someone else shooting the light magic, but the anti-magic was probably his doing. And he was like, oh, you want to kill all the elves? I'm happy with that. And then after elves die, it's like, hey man, you want to create a revenge zombie? I can help with that. Yeah. So I think that the devil is probably behind it, or at least like supportive of the attack, if that makes sense. And he would be like, it's a good idea. Yeah, so that's probably who did the anti-magic then. Was probably him then, supporting whoever attacked the elves. And after that, he would then work with Licht to create the massive zombie thing, right? And also then get a deal to become, I don't know, this Asta or something, yeah. To create some kind of portal into the human world, right? Something like that, probably. Anyway, that's my theory video. I feel more than a review now of episode 102 here. Hope you guys liked it. I think I'm gonna be pretty spot. I think I'm pretty spot on with that thing. Generally, right? That Licht used all the bodies and so on. That seems to be pretty a given. That what I was thinking even before this episode. Yeah, even before I saw this quick flashback, I was thinking that Licht used their bodies, right, to create it and so on, or their souls. So I think that was like that I'm feeling very confident in. So anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. See you guys. We talk tomorrow. Yeah, leave a comment below if you have some of these comments here now. Tomorrow there's no new animes tomorrow, as they all ended last week. So do something else tomorrow. We do something else. Something anime related tomorrow. Yeah, something else. I don't know yet. I'm gonna figure out something else, some kind of stream. So maybe some review videos, maybe some retro thing. I don't know. And on Thursday, of course, we have the final of Demon Door and so on. Yeah. So anyway, see you guys and have a great day.